Now that we found out what kind of vampire a vampire is. Good evening and welcome everyone to those who amuse the fates. A bit of delay as we were getting ourselves sorted and forcing one of our number to take a uh, random online personality quiz uh, that has no bearing on our judgment of them at all. Okay, maybe a little bit of judgment on them, a little bit, judging by the dot 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 there.
Wow.
Anyhow, so we are going to ask that our resident vampire, as best he can do, summarize the events of chaos that occurred last session.
We we found a vampire. Ari and I fought over whether or not he was allowed to kill it. I found my patron, I believe, uh, who granted me greater abilities and power. We uh, discovered the source of the current pole, which was the sleeping vampire in stasis that Ari killed. Um, then we got out of where we were, and we found a strange teleporting skull person who we decided to take along for some reason. And we don't currently have a pull.
Skeleton. Anyhow, so you have made progress towards Summerhelm in order to try and gather your bearings and see if fate will once again tug and call upon your services. Unsure whether or not the choice made in the previous scenario was that which they had hoped for or intended, tying in with the fact that this is quite literally fate using you guys as game pieces, as was told to you by one of the fates themselves, but also told to you previously that someone somehow had gone and manipulated things even further, and they don't know how or why. Arriving in Summerhelm, as you see, a fairly decently sized place, you are greeted by a fishing and logging industry locale rife with activity. Um, it is much a place in which the folk here are aware that aside from a handful of locales, they are as civilized as the North really tends to get, or at least they consider themselves so. Here, industry is a bit on the overcharged side of things as you make your way through and see the prices. It's almost like scarcity is the demand of things. But arriving here in the morning, after a fitful evening of travel, you are not stopped, harried, or harassed as you pass through the large gates into the city proper. Here, stone thatch buildings are the order of course. Some of solid wood with stone basing, but for the most part, it is light. Uh, Several of the buildings have like furs and hides woven into them to try and help insulate them. Things of that nature. Most of you can still see the warmth of your breath here in the early morn, as to answer the just how chill the air is. Where would you like to aimlessly wander to? None of you have been here before.
Is there like an inn or something here? Like a place where there might be a job board or whatever?
Um, you
Since our funds are relatively low,
can certainly ask around.
I will ask around.
Okay, give me an investigation charisma.
So flat D20. That's a 30.
You are going to get us locked up.
He's trying, but many people are taken aback by the fishy apparition that appears before them.
Hey, what of you people who look more human?
Uh,
You look at the vampire, who's now actually notably looking slightly less human.
Vampire.
is that? Do not speak so
You
loudly.
change your form. That was out of character.
What?
That was not. That was definitely not out of character. You called to his character in character. Just
Fair.
that is noted.
Do not
Zoe.
speak so loudly.
Zoe.
What are you calling me?
Zoe.
Look, Aquaman. What is it you want?
Well, most of your kind have a way to alter their appearances so they're not so gently gestures.
This is my face. What are you objecting to?
Remember, he can't see himself in mirrors.
Oh, hell.
He
You're
has
ugly as hell right now.
How dare you talk about me this way?
When you had your last incident, you changed.
Not an incident. It was an awakening.
Yes, that.
Yeah, I feel great. I feel
You
better
feel
than
great,
ever.
but you look awful.
I look intimidating, I think. I cannot tell. But
And I'm saying right now, we do not want to be intimidating.
well, is not intimidation a way to get better coinage from these yokels?
Have you ever heard the expression you get more flies with honey?
I do not eat flies. I'm not a frog.
Mosquitoes.
I'll say you will note that throughout this conversation, a bit of the town guard have been made aware of your presence and the oddities that travel amongst it.
Do I have a thing to hide my...
Yes, you do.
The skull head like, hey, you. Where's the end? Charisma, persuasion, stranger. What? Rub it in, why don't you?
Please tell me it wasn't 20.
It was a nat 20.
I'll take it.
Uh, um, there's the moon's hearth about 3 blocks to the right. If you're just down past the corner there, take a right, go about 3 blocks. They charge a pretty copper, but I'm told the beds are fantastic. If you're looking for something a little more on the affordable side, closer to the industrial ward, they have the marrow root. It's I wouldn't normally advise it, but he kind of like looks at a lot of you. Discreet.
Does that work for you all?
Yes, but we need jobs first.
I mean, what kind of work you looking for? I mean, logging's coming a little out of season right now. The frost moving in, what have you.
Abrash is gonna come over.
Oh dear God, what is wrong with your face?
Having discovered the ability and focus, and now he's just very pale and a little gaunt, but otherwise fine.
Right in front of the guy, right as he says it. What are you talking about? It's fine. Just blink, blink.
You see nothing. We are maybe perhaps more in the mercenary type work, if you know of anything taken care of.
Mercenary. They have the Brawlers Hall. Put on a good show, maybe make some coin there, but it's not what I would consider a job. I don't know of any mercenary work.
Know of anyone who might?
I'm afraid not. It's a bit out of my line.
Abrash just
Maybe
narrows his eyes a
something
little.
at the. There might be something at the Brawlers Hall.
Who is the authority in this town? Do you have a mayor? A burgermeister?
The governor. They're not exactly sociable. Got a couple
This is the governor of the city or governor of the province or?
I believe the governor covers a good portion of the Grayord. But I really don't pay too much kind to the top dogs. I just keep my nose down, do my work, get my pay, and eat my food.
What is your profession, fine sir?
I'm a logger.
A logger, yeah. Well, I think you have given us some insights into some potential leads. Good day.
He kind of looks up at the sky like, yeah, it is, and he waddles off.
I'm gonna. I wanna follow him with eyes.
You want
See
to
if I
follow
can
him with
see where
eyes?
he's headed.
Goes, merges with the crowd.
Damn it! I want to see if I can find his way home.
Yeah, no.
Alright.
You immediately lose him as soon as you have the thought.
So
That fat little turkey looked like it would be tasty.
maybe Brawlers Guild, see if they have a job board or something.
I was thinking the governor is probably a little above our station, but he might have people underling, a seneschal perhaps, that might have some work that needs done. Maybe if the Brawlers Guild does not bear fruit.
Yeah, we got some
We got the what?
options.
Options, yeah. Yes, very well.
Stranger, Ari, you guys
Aldrich
got any
and
ideas?
Mr. Skull, do you object?
I'm just tagging along, so I don't really think I get a vote in this.
Right now, you get a vote on this.
Oh, excellent. What am I voting on?
What you think our best option is right now?
I remind you, the player was AFK.
Oh, right. Brawlers Guild, talk to the governor or...
Brawlers Hall. I must
Brawlers
preface.
Hall.
Brawlers Hall.
Well, I mean, one of them's very straightforward on what it would offer, so Um, if you guys think you can do good brawling, or at least put on good shows for it, then obviously that's a good one.
I think we are hoping more that there will be a job board. I have no desire or interest in getting punched in the face for coin.
No
Yeah,
coin.
I don't think any of us are especially good at brawling.
Sarah,
There
Sarah raises her
restrictions,
hand.
yeah.
Not you.
But I'm
Yeah.
very good at drawing.
Brawl fighting.
Oh, that's not what I heard. And she holds up like a picture of the whole group in like stick figure form.
Just a smile.
That is very nice. Do I have fangs?
Let's go.
So my options are a bit limited if we're
I-
looking for a
I'm
coin
going-
for tonight.
I would like to inspect the drawing.
It's like a 9 at best.
A 9 out of what?
Like on a D20. It's a little below average. She needs some work. The cart
She's a
was
kid.
very bumpy.
You're getting there.
For a stick figure drawing, it's great, but the fact that it is a stick figure drawing, it's not to your artistic standards, sir.
9. But,
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, correct. No.
yes, well, let us find this flawless horror.
Yes.
Wading through the city, asking around a little more, you find yourself at one building, what appears to be a two and a half high structure, that itself encompasses a near full block. Stepping inside, you are immediately greeted by the sounds of a almost a gym environment. Most being trained, what appears to be training it for grappling, very blunt fighting. The center of which a fairly large stage surrounded by risers can be seen. I believe the only thing you physically can see is the skull for a face. If I remember correctly, otherwise fully covered. Stranger can
It is
correct
pretty
me.
chilly.
We'll be taking some note, just trying to understand what type of creature this is. I mean, you can talk, which means not normal skeleton. I know that much.
By chance, a spooky, scary skeleton?
I don't think I'm trained in intimidation, sorry.
But you stepping aside, you have individuals from all walks of life. A handful of people similarly dressed to the man you stopped on the street appear to be over on the side, just having a go at arm wrestling and other feats of strength. Like what appears to be fairly mundane, simple shoving matches. There is a series of escalating sizes of stones, a la the Atlas Stone. That's some of the more hale and hearty are boisterously partaking in and cheering each other on. It is a sickly amount of camaraderie under this roof.
I think I might
will-
be sick.
I will do a perception check, see if there's like a board or anything like that.
Okay. All right. Glancing around, you do note that not everyone here appears to be a muscle-bound jock gym bro. There are just normal idle spectators. There are what looks to be some off-duty towns guard. There does not appear to be a job board within the hall here.
Gotcha.
Feats of
Maybe.
skill at some point, as opposed to more direct strength.
The primary feat of skill that he would have noticed was what looks to be either a boulder toss area or a throwing axe sort of range.
You enjoy throwing things.
I think throwing X score up your late
I was saying
Yeah.
the only caveat there is it's strength.
Is it? Okay.
I mean, it's still better than the boulder toss.
Well, yeah. What bonuses I have to actually hit?
What was that a question?
No. I'm just trying to remember what specific. Like, I kind of have it all built into my sheet, so I don't know what the modifiers are offhand in terms of how they apply, if they require light weapons or anything.
I don't recall off the top of my head.
I'll find my stuff.
But yes, this is definitely the hallmark of the strength score.
And I don't think any of us, except maybe our new friend, has a strength score above 12.
I mean, Lilith looking at that throwing axe like I could do that. She probably can. She has not practiced whatsoever.
Could send
Yeah.
the girl. Could throw the axe. Perhaps it would be amusing. They will tip her well.
Can I throw it at you?
Nine. No, you cannot.
But you
Pretty
could imagine you're throwing it at him.
pretty sure I'd hit if it's you.
I just imagine that.
I have a
target was
really bad imagination.
Well, Arash is going to turn to Alder. I do not think that this is working out. This is not a place for us.
That said, if there's anyone that would know about where your particular profession, i.e., adventurers, can find jobs, maybe those off-duty townspeople,
Like in the.
the towns guards there.
Yeah. Well, so open up them.
So you approach. They seem to be in a discussion about whether or not a warhammer or a war pick is more suitable for combat. Can we help you?
Hey there. My group and I were just came into town and maybe looking for a little work.
What kind of work?
Of the more mercenary side of things.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you scrawny lot.
We make do with what we have.
So anyhow, I mean, look, if you get the utility of the both sides.
Gentlemen, I am sorry about our friend. We are looking for dangerous work, and we thought that fine, brave soldiers like yourselves might know of where to find the biggest score.
You kind of eye each other, look at you, and that man was like he was dead set ready to argue his point of the war pick being better. Yeah, you know what? I might have someone in mind. Brother Quinn over what was it? The Mytho Anvil, I think it is.
Well, what's the name of the place so I can write it down?
The Mytho Anvil.
Mithril?
Yeah, mithril, some fuck off dwarven metal or some shit.
Gotcha. Well, we will head over there. I thank you for your time.
So yeah,
And in my
he immediately turns
personal
back, starts
point
the
of view,
conversation.
I was gonna say Hammer's probably better. Wow.
Amateurs.
So go find this brawler Zaqueen, I think you said.
Seems like a suitable course of action.
Please tell me if I got that.
I'm like, where the hell do you get brawler from? And as a result, you've just like scrubbed the name from my head. Like what?
I thought you said brawler.
Dahlia.
Dahlia. Gotcha.
Like, yeah, hey, leave this place that's known for having all the brawlers and go look for this one specific brawler that's not right here, right now.
Look,
I'm not
that
that
person
evil.
could. But they could be a blacksmith and they could be working right now.
God, I would not want to take a left hook from a blacksmith.
Exactly.
So does the party acquiesce to this plan?
Seems like a good plan. Or at least a plan.
I think it might be the best plan we got right now.
If nothing else, it's a plan.
Yes. Which is more than we normally have.
All right. Once again, stepping out onto the cold streets, feeling the wind bite through your clothes, reminding a certain someone that one out of your number currently does not have cold weather clothing.
Which is why we need the job.
Right? It is oddly difficult to get directions to the Mithril Hammer. Excuse me, the Mithril Anvil. Blech, words. And as a spoiler, because they pulled a dick move as you kept interrupting them and told you a place that doesn't exist.
Oh.
Those assholes.
So about 3 hours of time wasted trying to find this place.
I should have rolled an insight check. Shall we try your plan now, Alberash?
That seems like it might be appropriate. What time of the day is it?
So after the 3 hours spent asking around trying to figure out where the hell this place is, it is at this point going on about 2 in the afternoon.
Ah, yeah. No, that seems appropriate. Let's just see if we can find our way to the governor's manor.
This one's all yours, buddy.
Yes, very well.
Yes. Clean up as much as possible.
Looking like the dead, looks at your near dead companions. So there is a local like public bath. It costs 2 copper to utilize for maintenance fees and whatnot.
I look at that rate, 0 money at all.
Just saying.
I know.
Otherwise, you're bathing in street water, which mildly defeats the purpose.
Here, I will pay for us all to get a bath. Or those who want a bath.
It would be nice.
It would be very appreciated.
It's not a hot bath, mind you, but it's a bath.
Can any of you magical people do something about this water temperature?
Rush does it just for himself. Doesn't tell you.
That's just outside my zone of influence.
That you must understand is most unfortunate.
But get clean, get dry, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Especially get dry before we go out into the winter outside.
Yep. You all go out with cold hair. I need con saves at a disadvantage. Now. Don't do it. Don't you roll it.
I was not rolling.
Oh. You roll it. It's canon.
I was not rolling. I was saying I've had frozen hair more times than I like to admit.
I haven't.
Something worked in the freezer for like 5 years.
But anyhow, it is shockingly almost as hard to find the governor's Monts, as most people just kind of don't think about it. After nearly an hour, bringing you after your bath to almost 5 p.m. You have to take time to find the bath, perform the bath, then ask for all the directions. You arrive just out of the northern outskirts of Summerhelm to a fairly nice, heavy on the stone, lighter on the wood structure, surrounded by a gate and guarded by what appears to be a brace of 4 individuals at the front gate. Beyond which you can see a beautiful carriage currently posted up in front of the main door of what looks to be an elaborately carved oak. Stained glass windows currently reflect warmly the remaining light of the day. And at your approach, the 2 inner guards cross their pole arms, and the outer guards point theirs forward.
Abrash will take forward and give like a small bow. Yes, good afternoon. We are hoping to see the Seneschal or the governor's assistant if he is available. We are intrepid adventurers hoping that he might have some work for us.
You have an appointment?
Yes, we do.
Looks over at his other, who pulls out a ledger, shakes his head. Let's try that again. Do you have an appointment?
Did you say appointment? I thought you meant another word that starts like appointment. No, we do not. We do not. When I say we had an appointment, we have an appointment with destiny. You see, we are intrepid adventurers in search of a destiny of some coin by doing some work for your seneschal. Would any of you like to help me out a little bit here?
You're our face out of character just saying that.
Why do you let him talk for you?
Because in theory, he should be the best at this.
We are hearty adventurers. We have
Hearty adventurers, 4 noodles and some children. For the record, they don't see Arash like curled up in the back of the cart.
I am
Yeah.
Arash.
Not Arash, Adaman.
We saved these children from a rampaging beast, we have protected villages from monsters and other unspeakable things. We may not be physically strong, but we are smart and fast and skilled in arts most arcane. I think you are said a child.
Arcane.
I mean,
I am divine.
divine. Yes, not arcane. That's sorry, not my first language, as you can probably hear. Um,
Opposite the polearms tighten in the direction of the visible casters.
To be fair, I just got a shield.
that's
With
yeah.
religious
why
iconography on it.
Yes. But it's one of the exarchs, not one of the demon lords or whatever.
Do they know that? You meet the one country bumpkin who's not religious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are all. Yes, divine, of course. Yes, God save the gods, I suppose. Um, we have particular sets of skills that I think your employer would find very useful.
I will note I am also a healer if anybody has healing that needs done.
Well, you ain't got an appointment.
Is there anyone we could speak to who might not need without an appointment?
Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion. That would be a 7. Like a cook or someone? Do you have rats? We can deal with rats.
I mean, I do hear there's some work to be done over at the Mithril Anvil.
This is a pack of lies. You feed us lies and falsehoods.
We've already heard that one.
Ah! All of them internally chuckle. Look, it's not gonna be much help to you, but the Mithril Anvil may not exist, but if you can find Dahlia the Queen, she's probably the only one who will hire you lot.
Okay, so does she actually exist?
She is real. We were told she was at the anvil.
And?
Does she actually?
Does she exist?
I just got done saying, while the anvil's not real,
I am inciting this man.
He's being honest.
Okay.
Who is this Dahlia the Queen?
Yes.
I mean, I ain't messing with her. She's a woods witch.
Woods witch? You sure you don't have rats in the cellar you need us to kill or something?
Do you know?
Do you need us to kill 25 boars and bring you back the pelts?
Do you know where her general location might be?
What?
Thank you.
This is a smart one right here. This one should be doing the speaking.
Where in the woods might they be?
Mate,
are there?
You see where I'm posted? You see where I'm posted? Do you think I go in the bloody woods?
Here's a
Fair.
Here's a point to others.
Yes. Okay. We thank you for this information. We will be on our way.
But can you tell us a little bit?
I will drag on away.
I will eat your fucking fingers. Can you tell us a little bit more about, like, does she do magics? Do people go to her for blessings? Is there anyone who might know more about her, like a alchemist or someone who may interact with her?
I'm afraid all we know about her is she's probably about as weird as a lot of you.
And these would be. We don't have a map, do we?
Not of this area.
So where are these woods?
Yes, which direction are the woods?
they're just over. He gestures and you look over the horizon as you're out of the city, and you can see the very edge just out of sight over the horizon.
Well, looks like we're going to the woods.
Thanks. Good day.
Did I just hear the groan from Ari?
Yes.
You can survive outside, but surviving outside when it's warm is much more pleasant, or at least when you have the supplies. And we haven't taken the time just to sit down and hunt deer and skin them and
Yeah.
So
Try to make-
how far does it appear it would be to the woods?
Probably half day's travel.
So we want to get going in the morning.
Abrash looks up at the sky. Perhaps we find accommodation and then head out
How,
tomorrow.
how much money do you have, Amarash? Just
How much is it worth to you?
because it seems right now you are our only source of funds.
Well, I could get us a room for a night, maybe two.
Well, we only need a room for one night because then we'll be
I
off to
meant
the woods.
one room or two, not one night or two. Your language is so clunky.
No, you just don't use your words right. So
You can sleep in a stable.
Can you lot have this lover's quarrel somewhere
Yes,
else?
we're
You stay
going.
here any
We're
longer, and
leaving,
we will
we're
be forced to
leaving.
remove you.
We're leaving. We're
Yeah,
going back to our
anyway.
city.
Yeah.
And
No,
don't
that
come,
was-
don't come back without an appointment.
We had an appointment. You just
No,
cannot
we-
read.
I will
How would you make
back-
one?
I don't know. I've never made one.
Excellent question, Mr. Skeleton.
But we're on our way back to the. We're done with this conversation, so they don't stab us.
Adam kind of looks up in the car like, who's stabbing us?
Nobody.
Rest up, Batman. It's okay.
Goes back to his internal monologue.
So there was the one end that was 3 silver a night. How much was the other end?
He didn't tell you.
But he said it was cheaper.
Cheaper and discreet.
That might be the one for us to go to.
That sounds like a good place for us to bed up.
And here's where you did not write down the names.
That is correct. You check to see if I remember the names.
It was a plant.
Does the fact that I know it's a plant now give me advantage?
Go ahead.
Well, it's a 22 without advantage.
The marrow root.
The marrow roots.
We're gonna go back to the recording. Everyone having told you like 7 different names.
Yes.
The golden honeysuckle.
Oh no, I know it wasn't that because there was no. It was only 2 words. So we were good. We're good there. So you arrive in the industrial ward, as they had stated, where you, on the way to the route, witness not 1, not 2, but 5 different street brawls.
This is not a good part of town.
And only 1 murder.
Yeah.
How are the girls seeming about all this?
Are you letting them see all of this?
Oh, I presume Ari is not.
being distracted.
She's in the back of by the car, just waving his hands in front of her, like, "Hey, look over here! Hey, hey,
Patty
hey!"
cake. Try patty cake.
Our adventures, traveling through the north, getting to see new lands.
just trying to numb them to this as part of the normal adventuring surroundings. But yeah, otherwise, what they let's see here. What do they see? What is their perception checks? That is Sarah. That is Lilith. They don't see shit. They're fine. They do see like the brawls, but far as they know, it's just guys having fun.
Just guys being guys.
I thought they only do this in that big building.
They won't get paid for it in that big building.
So is this where they go to practice?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So, barrel roots.
Arriving at the Marrow Route proper, you are immediately greeted by someone being dragged out.
Seems like good
yeah,
firemen.
Sarah goes
How-
leaping out of the cart to go join a brawl.
How like are they drunk or is this someone?
You're
It's a
not
dead body.
immediately aware because they're dragged out by their feet. They're not fighting it in any way, shape, or form.
Does passive insight / perception of 16?
They are unconscious. That is all you know.
Okay.
There are some fluids on the path. You don't know what they are.
I'm going to step around those as much as possible.
Inside, you are greeted with a boisterous, loud, and just as rowdy a atmosphere as the outside. Almost immediately to your right, a crash of wood and some sticky liquid smashes the door frame next to you. And someone had thrown their beverage half filled. There is at least 3 wrestling, like impromptu wrestling throwdown fights going down. Only one of which should be happening, as it is in a roped off section to the north side of the common room, where people are screaming out, 2 copper on the big guy. I put a full silver on the baldy. Nah, man, that little one's a scrapper. I got my money on him. To which the boogie goes, yeah, but how much money, you dumbass? You are approached by a hardy dwarf, who sort of shovels and muscles his. Which you apparently just
That was an accidental click.
just immediately just irradiate the entire place with eldritch horrors.
Oh, look, what are you doing?
Buy in now.
A 6. The creature is reckless. It has advantage on rolls and attack rolls against it. The dwarf just cold cocks Aberrush.
Oh, why?
But no. Sorry. Move it, you laser ass. Move. Come on in.
And we're in.
Recognize someone I don't recognize real quick. You lot definitely haven't stepped in foot in me land before. Come on, just push back through the layabouts. They ain't gonna do anything to you. Oh, hush it, Jim. Fuck you. Nah, I'd rather your wife. Real funny. She wouldn't take you. That's what you say. Much laughing. Not great people. The dwarf pushes the crowd and tries to help you in to get to the actual proper registration area. It's all right. Oi! You're bringing children in here. You're insane.
Our options were fairly limited.
Oh, if she hits anyone with that axe, it's on you. But at the same
If she
time,
hits anyone the X, it's likely to be me.
puzzled look on his face, like, okay, there's some history there I'm not going to delve into.
get one like it's for the best, right? You know.
But all right. Look, I've only got the one room. I can roll up some extra uh hay for sleeping on, but that's all I got at the moment. You see, we're a bit. Ferric, get down from the table. Ferric, I will punch you in the knee. Don't think I won't. I'm sorry. The loggers, their season is coming to a close. They've come to burn off some of their pay.
Much for the room.
He looks about. Like, you're pretty sure he was about to charge you, and his eyes fall on the absolutely adorable Sarah, and you just kind of see him melt a little, because you brought this poor, like, extra innocent child into this. It's, 4 copper get you the room. Doesn't get you room any board. Just start hold up the little girl. But yeah, 4 copper gets you the room. I'll see if I can spare some blankets. They might be a little on the itchy side. I don't know if you'd want them.
It's better than outside.
I said, you can go ahead and throw your hat in the lot. Chance to win a silver if you win a fight.
Good.
Of a fight.
Say again?
What kind of a fight?
Proper old fisticuffs, don't you know?
Not most of my fights.
I mean, this is where folks come to bleed off a little steam. We don't exactly want them bleeding each other out. Oi, Hendrik, stop it, stop. He needs to breathe, Hendrik. There you go. Done. And now he's unconscious. That's on you, Hendrik. That's on you. You get to deal with his wife. No. You strangled him. You better hope he's alive. Sorry, where were we?
So 4 copper will get us a room.
Aye.
And if we are looking for some food tomorrow morning before we depart?
Somewhere else. I don't cook.
Ah, well,
Understandable.
very well. We appreciate it, Abrash, Count out 4 copper.
All right. A pull from the kegs, a copper a pull, fills you a full mug. If you're looking for the good stuff, go somewhere else. Anything else I can help you with? You'll find me hanging around the scrap.
Very well, thank you.
Now, excuse me, I have grown men I have to go and chaperone. And he muscles past you.
I completely understand.
Oh, your room. I need a perception check from all of you as he is drowned out by the crowd.
Everyone?
Everyone. This is all y'all's chances to hear where the room was.
Whoops.
Oh my god.
Well, I assume at some point during the night.
Don't forget Adamant. Don't forget Sarah. Don't forget Lilith. So we'll have Arbrush for Adamant, Ari for Sarah, and we'll have Unknown for Lilith. Just roll d20s. Good lord, Sarah is just way too distracted by everything going on.
For fuck's sakes!
Guys!
Thank God.
Thank you, Lilith.
Of course, this is not the only time we'd be able to find the man and ask.
That you would be able to ask him, but it's upstairs. It's the 5th room back on the left. I think is what he said. It's that, or it's the 7th room without a bed. Why would you have 7 rooms without beds?
Yeah, no, I think it's the first one. So let us go see what we got space wise.
Yeah.
It's space. There are 2 cots. They were already like right up on each other.
So we can fit 2 people in here.
Comfortably. All of you will be able to find a sleeping locale within the room. Depending on how cozy you can get with each other.
So can the girls fit in one bed?
Sarah immediately hops on one of the bed, just assuming it's hers, cause bed.
Yeah, that's fine.
And she has gotten a bed every single time.
Sweetie, can you share with your sister tonight?
I don't see why not.
Thank you. And with that, Abrash goes and sits on the other bed.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. That's
I
fair.
was like,
He ain't
he did pay for it.
Yeah.
Do we want? I can see about the other blankets for you all. But
I'm good without the itchy blanket.
yeah, you might get fleas or something.
This is why we have bedroll / that on my character sheet.
And you all laughed at Helmet for the last time she played, where she was stealing all the blankets. All the blankets. I had 7. But yes. To be clear, it is dank. It is still very cold. The blankets provided do not suffice. But bolstered with your own blankets, it's almost warm. And as far as the noise quality goes, you can hear them both through the door and through the floorboards. It is a loud bunch.
I expect nothing else for 4 copper.
Coming in that they had, like, they were done with their season and had gotten paid and had coin that they were blowing off as well as steam.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have to spend some time downstairs then.
Sarah and Lilith decide they're going to stay up here and do each other's hair.
We'll stay up here and just kind of read, do cleric-y, knowledge cleric-y stuff.
Okay.
Technical terms.
People are settled. Abrash is gonna pull on his cloak and give everyone a nod and head out, attempting to find some waylaid vagabond in the wild streets of this.
Aren't you currently
Strange
under the
town.
effects of not needing to feed?
Am I?
I'm trying to remember. There was the heavy cessation of your hunger for a time being. If I remember correctly, I might be confusing with another vampire. I know that sounds weird to say. I might be confusing with another vampire.
You are seeing other vampires.
Yes.
My God. My heart, it is breaking.
Your heart's dead.
Just like this fucking vagabond is gonna do when I find him.
All right. I mean, I guess we'll have a survival check on your behalf, sir.
A survival check.
A survival check. So he is gone for a good majority of the night.
But does he come back fed?
Come back what?
Fed. Or does he not come back at all?
Trying to get too happy about that.
We will attend to his 12 after we deal with Ari going downstairs. I will note, Ari, that there are games of skill here, including the precarious little knife stabby game where you try not to stab your own fingers, as well as a few games of cards.
I should do cards first in case I stab my fingers.
I will note the vampire forgoed his dibs by leaving. He claimed his dibs by the fact that he paid.
Quite.
Alright, so, attempting to play cards, are you proficient in the playing cards?
No, I do have sleight of hand.
Okay, so you're attempting to cheat?
Yes.
Alright, sleight of hands at disadvantage. For your lack of understanding as to the game rules.
Again, I'll probably try to give myself some guidance to help me understand the rules.
It definitely could have been worse. Could have been very, very worse. Fortunately, they rolled a 2 on their perception check. Because they also were disadvantaged due to alcoholism. In total, by the end of it, you walk away with 12 silver.
That I can do this mostly above the board then. I don't have to go straight for the coin purse. Yeah, he'd probably try to do a round of stabbing knives into tables. That sounds fun.
Alright, that's a raw dexterity check.
Okay.
There's 3 rounds in total. It's dexterity check, and then it is a charisma check replicating your willpower. Because the third round, if you make it through the first 2 and have not succeeded both, the other guy takes a knife and you have to not flinch. So, first dexterity check is a easily. The second dexterity check, not as much. Alright, a charisma check.
That was actually rolled really well. That was a 16 roll, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The
one I was worried about.
You you can hear the person sort of counting down. Even they're starting to get a little anxious as you cool Luke just staring the guy down. But you can feel your hand starting to want to yank away as the pace builds and builds and builds. But eventually he must acquiesce, and you've held your cool. And in total for this, you earn a whopping 6 silver. So an 18 silver in total.
He's fast with daggers. Just thinking hard. Well, hopefully this will be down here. Hopefully things are calming down. Been down here for a while, that it's a little bit quieter now to go upstairs and sleep.
Oh, it's not calming down at all.
Okay.
By the time you're done with this, you see Abarosh slinking back in, a bit of color to his cheek, and a bit of worry to his manner as we pan the camera to the feeding session.
Nom, nom, nom.
You manage to find someone, as you always do, back alley, relieving themselves. It's unfortunate. You would, of course, rather dine on a finer bit of game, but this is what you could manage, particularly on the fly. You sidle up, take a bite, and drink deep. Fortunately, with having fed not too distant in the past, you do not find yourself pushed to sate and full and drain them dry, though you could if you want to. That's not the problem. As you gently lower them down, I hope not in their own piss. I leave that for you to decide.
How bad did they taste?
I mean, it's like undercooked ramen noodles. So it wasn't great, but it did the job.
Okay, he won't. He won't.
As you set them down and look to clear yourself and confirm, you are greeted by a wooden stake flying past your face.
Not ideal.
Enough you said.
Shut up.
As you glance down the alley and see the telltale sign of a hunter.
Oh.
You're busy stabbing yourself, Art.
That was just a cover up. With their first miss, they do begin to pursue. There is a gut instinct. This person is professional. They've definitely fought, if not your particular brand of evil wholeheartedly before. They were at least very
Evil.
studied.
It's a nasty word.
He just watched you drain someone without consent, mind you.
I mean, there's a lot of context I'm missing.
It's like maybe, just maybe, they won't have shot at you if they saw you ask for consent, but because you didn't.
The Title IX enforcement.
Right.
Okay. So there's this hunter.
And again, they are explicitly. They do seem explicitly skilled. If you wish to engage them, you can certainly try.
No, this is not. No, I'm gonna try and beat a retreat.
Okay. Rushing out from the alley, you hear them curse in what sounds like a tongue you should understand, but it's currently lost on you until we fast forward all the way as you blend into the crowd and work your way to the ever so discreet mirror route. You come slamming through the door and catch eyes with Ari, currently just like casually playing knifey stabby.
I catch eyes with Ari. Sort of narrow them a little bit. By count.
Like if we're getting to the end, I would thank them for the evening playing and start heading slowly towards the stairs, to go upstairs, to our room. Yeah, giving Albrecht a questioning look, seeing if he's headed the same way.
Noted. Mutt. Abrash is just gonna sort of nod at Ari and just say, "Did you enjoy your evening?"
A little bit of wiggle room for the future, and some fun with some cards and knives. You?
Ah, nothing too exciting. Just a little sightseeing, perhaps.
Deception
Run
check.
into any extra trouble?
Deception check versus passive insight, because you have no reason not to believe him. Okay, you have
I mean,
reason to
aside
not
from it.
believe him. And like as you guys are getting to the stairs, one of the bulky loggers kind of almost shoulder checks Aberash. Drunkenly begins to say his apologies. I need a charisma save from you, Aberash, as a rage boils in your gut.
Charisma. 20.
You feel like this. There was that hint with the hunter that you would have probably been squashed. This insignificant commoner shoulder checks you. Yeah, they're apologizing. So what? It is one moment of things are about to come out. You drop your glamour, and the next moment of realizing where you're at, who you're with, your surroundings, and you just see this. All you see, Ari, is this drunk go pale white, suddenly scared, and by the time you look at Abrosh, he's back to normal-ish, or his new normal. And the drunken fellow stumbles down the stairs and runs.
Eight. Over your features. Don't necessarily, I would necessarily say abilities, but if that is how quickly you seem to lash or do something, it will bring us more problems. We are partially here because we need to be discreet.
This is not. In terms of discretion, I suggest we leave as soon as we can in the morning. I encountered someone who is no more a fan of my kind than you are, and they are much better equipped to deal with mankind than you are. Of course, if we are not sleeping, catatonic, of course.
As you guys approach the door, stepping inside, the girls at this point have constantly been barraging the stranger, trying to figure out one, trying to guess their name. Two, asking if they have hair that the girls could braid.
Well, if like we were headed up to his room, I try to walk slow. If we're getting to the door, I'd like put a hand on the door at this point, just so that Rush doesn't pull the door open. Like, did you stumble into this person? Did they find you?
They found me. Don't know how, but they found me.
All of us at risk. In the morning, we need to discuss this with the group, at least the adults, because this does affect all of us.
Yes, it's quite. I am not opposed to such an option.
pull it open, door open, we can move inside.
Greeted by
I guess going
the
quietly
brightest
because in
scene.
theory, I'm hoping people are asleep, but I mean it's noisy, and I don't know how. I guess I don't know how long it was necessarily, but
You were down there for a few hours.
I'm not asleep, but I'm just kind of chilling.
You don't know if Adam's asleep. He's just sitting in the corner. And again, the girls are harassing Stranger, asking if they have hair that they can braid.
Peter's like, no one has fallen asleep yet.
I assume something's up from my passive insight.
Insert hinky feeling, but you're not sure what.
Gotcha.
I mean Ari would give a bit of a look like.
But do you have hair, Stranger?
I want to know the answer because I don't know. Want to know where the hair is going to be pulled out of.
I was say it's like Play-Doh.
Keep
You
it.
squeeze the skull enough, it comes out.
I was gonna just like pull out some hair, like from a pouch or something.
Or
Yeah.
maybe it's attached to the hat.
Yeah.
But seeing Papa Ari come in, the Sarah goes, "I think we're supposed to be in bed."
Yes. Like I said 2 hours ago.
You said we could stay up until he got back.
I may have
Raised an eyebrow.
I mean, technically, you're in bed. So, like,
Yeah.
if they're sitting on the bed.
They are, in fact, sitting on the bed.
But, oh yeah, getting out of here, moving, getting something done tomorrow early would be good. So, some rest tonight
Gotcha.
would be wise. And like when you're saying early, he's kind of giving Aldrich a look.
A dawn or earlier. Look.
Just like early, you know, I mean, like not necessarily like urgent. We need to live now, but early.
Gotcha.
I mean, we don't always get up and move super fast.
Well, normally we gotta pack up camp.
Yep.
So, get some rest, all that fun stuff.
Okay. So those trying to sleep, you know what I need from you, right? Except for you, Stranger.
Oh.
You can roll for Adamant.
Albrush!
Curse of Union knows I've been talking about him. His curse grows strong like the waxing and waning of the moon.
Like, I thought it was bad when I rolled on like 100 on a D100 way back in the day.
Okay. When you rest, it is an unpleasant moment. As soon as you sink out of the sound of fighting, drunken, raucous arguing, and the anger and joy that pervades the area you're within. A lot of you, minus you, Stranger, find yourselves falling as if pushed from somewhere on high. A tower, a series of towers. You see, as you tumble and toss, almost a road of obsidian. And it's as you are just about to crash face first into that hard ground that each of you are shocked awake at your various times. Most notably, as all of you are awake, Sarah is sitting there on the edge of the bed, watching you. unchildlike look of concern, a very mature, almost motherly look upon you all.
Does she seem to be in about the same kind of mood as when she had that creepy moment?
Similar, yes.
Okay. That's noted. Tucked away for now, but noted.
You see the dancing lady.
I saw you all die.
You all have
Well,
bad dreams now and then.
Yes.
Sounds like a nightmare, nothing more.
I wasn't sleeping.
boing. Boing. Okay, let's get our stuff together and get moving. Because I don't want to.
There's someone at the door. And her head just sags. And she's back to that angelic, passed out child.
Abrash is gonna stand, go over, and put an ear to the door, listening.
Can I get a dexterity save from you?
Yeah, I suppose he can.
That is
Rush.
it is appropriate. You just woke up. You had just shit for sleep. But sir, you have been stabbed with a giant block of or shock of wood. That is coated with holy water
Ah!
as it comes crashing through the thin door.
Ah! Oh wait, this is through the door. Okay.
Like they
I
physically
didn't wake
slam.
up.
No. They come.
Okay.
You went to go put your ear to the door, still like groggy. And like as soon as you leaned your weight against it, the door splinters and you are stabbed.
Ah!
That looked like a wooden spike, but like a weapon of some kind.
All you guys are able to react to is splinters flying in the room. You don't even register that he has a giant wooden spike in him.
Abrash
23
stumbled
points
backwards.
of piercing damage. And after the radiance effect, another 16 radiant after it's already had its effect.
We're level 3.
I'm aware.
Or 4.
You should
We're
have
level
a
4.
for that.
Yeah, we're level 4.
Are we?
Yeah.
Did you not level up?
When do we level up? Oh wait,
Like
no.
before,
Hold on.
before we got to the north.
Oh no, we leveled up. I'm just looking at the wrong sheet.
Sir, update that sheet because that's what I'm going off of.
I updated my D&D Beyond.
Because yeah, if not, you're dead.
How much damage?
It was 23 piercing and then 16 radiant.
So 39.
39. I only have 34 health.
So you're down.
What do you mean you have 34 health?
What do you mean?
Because you had 33 at level 3.
I guess I haven't my health. 34 on my. I don't know. Hold on.
What?
Okay, hold
What is wrong with your character, sir?
My hit dice. I'll roll health right now.
What
It's
is
a
it?
D8.
D8 plus con. Okay.
Well, it depends what class you're going with.
I'll say, are you
Okay.
going fighter or are you going lock?
On my. I'm 2-2.
Okay, so you went lock, so it would be a D8.
Yeah. Nine. So
Okay,
33
so you're
plus 9.
still up.
Just barely.
Barely. By 3 points.
Yes.
Yes, splinters flying into the room Abrosh making, I'm sure, a very appropriate what the fuck sound.
Ah! Scheiße! Help! We're under attack! Do I see anything in the doorway? What's...
As you stagger back, and the rest of your party sees the spike sticking in your gut because they did not pull it out. They are greeted with a medium brim, coming to a nice, pretty point. Individual with what looks to be a battle harness with various vials that you recognize instinctually as being filled with holy water. And are already pulling out another spike. I think this would be where you would want to roll initiative. Unless you guys want to try and talk to him.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't know if I would recognize any mannerisms or gear or insignia that this person would have.
You don't. They are not brandishing any particular insignia, but
yeah,
that is a trained monster hunter. That it goes without saying. So if you want to try and talk to him on a professional level. The stranger over here, like, hey, you know you have to pay for that door, right? Those aren't cheap.
No, Alvarez has gone down before, and we kind of all paid for it. That dude burned away a little bit.
Avarush is going strong with this initiative.
Damn you, Union.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like even what I would say. It's like, you know, he's not like most of them, but he still is what he is, and I can't. And he seems to have gotten worse-ish. You wouldn't say worse, but I would say worse. The incomer would consider it worse. So I don't have a great ground to stand on.
Yeah. And I did not get the chance to swap out spells. So work with that.
I will note, Ari, they are constantly muttering and reciting what sounds to be a hunter's litany.
Ah, great. That was. Oh, was that him?
That was Adam's initiative.
Okay, good. I was like, oh no.
Don't worry, he still goes before Avarush.
Somehow Alvarez is in the middle of the party. Guys.
Avarush rolled a 8.
8. The stranger rolled 7. Ari rolled 6.
I mean, if this person comes in and downs Albarash before we're out of bed and just leaves, you know.
I'm pretty sure that's not how this is gonna go.
Alright.
So
Adamant is up. He is actually going to hold action because he's not aware of what's going on. So he is in held position, bringing us to Aldrix.
I will go over to Abarash. Does this man seem hostile to everybody or just Abarash?
You have no idea. The splinters are still hitting the floor as you're. Mind you, did you sleep in your armor?
Yes, I did.
Noted.
To be fair, we're the seediest fuck in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
Doesn't that do something to your rest?
If you do it consistently, eventually you need to start making con saves, and you just start fucking with your rest.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a comment. at night, like we need to leave in good time. Looks are being made.
Yeah. I will go over to Abrash and try to remove the spike.
Medicine?
What
Okay.
are you doing?
Okay, the spike is removed.
Ah!
That's
Blood that isn't yours is spilling from your gut.
I assume that was action.
That was action.
Get up. Personal healing word.
Ah!
You
Thank
see
you.
the head swivel from the vampire to you.
I assume like I was kneeling down type deal to, or was Abrash still standing?
He didn't fall over. He was
Okay.
close, but he 3 HP.
I will put my shield right in front of Abrash.
Duly noted. That brings us to the hunter. You don't have an actual mechanical interpose.
Yeah, I know.
Effect.
I was trying. No.
He throws the. Don't worry, he rolls a natural one again for this particular attack, and it looks like he needs the stealth, the ambush to get you, Abarash.
God.
It seems like he was unprepared for there to be multiple in the room, because who would travel with a vampire? But the quick drawn dagger thrown you see is laced again with more of the shiny, glistening, radiant oils that are of no good use to your kind. Bringing us to you. Actually, there's 2 more people I forgot to roll for. TM roll 2d20.
Okay.
Correction, bringing us to Lilith. Ooh boy. Lilith. Girl, whose side are you on in this? On one hand, it's everything she wants.
On the other hand, it's not her doing it.
Right? She throws a pillow at this guy because she does not have her axe on hand in bed. And her and Sarah are screaming bloody murder. They don't know why this guy's doing what he's doing. They're just screaming. So a pillow is thrown and does hit. It's a pillow. It does no damage. I'll rush her up.
Does this room have windows?
No.
Fuck.
Walls might not be thick. Who knows?
No, you know the walls aren't thick. One more thing. I need to roll perception. Nope.
Alright, Avrash is gonna let out a growl and draw his rapier and attempt to strike at this attacker.
Okay.
Y'all.
Y'all, who the fuck is the y'all?
Sir.
You.
Sir. Again, just had a stake in your stomach. Fitting. But catch your breath. This is directed at the player, not the character. The character is doing his damnedest. He's in a tight quarters, just got shanked out of nowhere, healed out of nowhere after getting said shank ripped out of him. He's a little flustered. It all makes sense. That brings us to the stranger, who is totally not a plant to take out vampires. Totally.
I do have suspicious vials on me.
You're not helping. He immediately
I'm gonna
did
use-
the spell.
And I'm gonna use my, was it 5, 6 words? Whatever. The words of, hey, what's in the vials? my turn.
Artie!
I will call out. I know why you've come and your mission, but doing this now prevents any sort of redemption. And that is a higher goal.
He
And I will
responds in a language you do not know. That, again, Abrosh, the words like scream in the back of your head as something you should understand. And you're pretty sure, like, almost 5 minutes later, it'll come to you. Much like it had before.
I will launch fairy fire then
Fairy fire?
to catch them and not us. Yes, if we're having mad rolls, I'm hoping maybe this will make it
Okay.
tip the tide a bit. Disadvantage. I can launch.
He does fail to
Oh,
save.
so they do get a deck save against it.
Yeah, he failed.
Great. We get advantage as long as I can concentrate.
Alright.
Yeah, and I just try to move, I guess, in between the person coming in and the girls.
Okay.
Potentially stepping up on the bed or something.
Sarah also throws a pillow. The last of the pillows. They're now out of stuff to throw. And does hit. She's rolling 18. Go, Sarah, go.
Yay!
It's a pillow. Does no damage.
Did you roll with advantage?
Gives them disadvantage on their attack.
Are you trying to crit 0 damage?
Yes.
It could have a different effect.
She went from a 16 to a 1. I think we'll take
Okay.
the 16.
Yeah.
Alright. He failed his wisdom saving throw against Toll the Dead, but has not taken any damage as of yet. So takes the 1d8 and takes 8 damage from Adaman, raising his hand and mockingly shaking a bell. This brings us to Aldrix.
I will launch myself casting Primal Savagery.
There you go.
Got a crit fish? Nope.
Oddly enough, you attack like a vampire more than the vampire does.
Yeah, I will say. He may be a vampire, but he's our vampire.
Take that for what you will, Avarosh.
It's noted.
It's meant as an endearing. I will note, I did just pull the stake out of you and heal you.
I was like the stranger that going going. Hold up now. Hold up.
You just slept with in the room, yeah.
That brings us to Hem, again saying some vile curse in an ancient language. He will step forward and attempt to lash out. You're not sure why, but it seems he can't roll more than a 3. Which is batted aside easily by you, Avarosh, as you bar his way to his quarry, bringing us to his quarry.
Alright.
11 does not hit,
But you do have
but
advantage.
you have advantage. A 17 will hit, as you shove Avarosh, Aldrix out of the way. He was protecting you a little too well. And you had dinged off of his shield, push him out of the way, and stab through for a significant amount of damage.
Alrighty. Then
He will reaction.
do I get a bonus action before then, or?
Is that the reaction is triggered at the end of the attack, so his reaction goes, then your bonus action goes.
Okay.
I need both you and Aldrix to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this magical?
It is magical, and you are almost immediately aware that it is divine.
Okay, so I do get advantage.
Just barely fails.
Okay, and then I need to make my another one saving throw. And now I'm stuck.
Oof.
Yeah.
So what it happens is, so as you stab him and your blade draws back, you ready yourself for your next motion. You see one of the many religious icons on his this chain around his neck flares with light. Both of you are blinded for 1 round.
Okay. Can I now make my bonus?
Mhm.
Okay. I would like to use my Fanged Bite ability.
Okay. It was advantage from Fairy Fire. It's now at regular due to the blind.
All right.
Don't roll a 1 or you bite the cleric.
Please don't roll one.
Have you seen how I've been rolling?
That's why I
Things
put
will
it in
change
the air.
quickly if that happens.
Yeah, I was gonna.
11.
An 11 is not good enough to
Initial
hit,
one.
but you don't bite the cleric. You go snapping out, and you just feel him pushing against your sternum, keeping you at bay.
Can't you use Dex for that as well, Arbrush?
I did use Dex. What do you think my strength is?
Well, wouldn't you also add proficiency?
So, 13 doesn't hit.
A 13 would not hit now. But
I'm trying, buddy.
but you can fix your roll for future reference. That brings us to the stranger, who has been alerted that the fanged guy who's super pale is a vampire.
Yeah, not like the bluish guy though with fangs. It's the palish guy with fangs.
Yeah.
That
Again,
was where I betray you all.
yeah, that took long. Second session, betrayal.
How many are in melee? Because I recall this room is teeny.
So the immediate melee is taking up the entirety of the door and entryway. Is Aldrich, Abrash, and the hunter.
And well, no, I seem stunned right now. So if you're going to move somebody, put somebody out of the way.
I literally could not stop you.
Yes.
So, following that line of thought, how effective would you say a body would break a wall?
Y'all haven't tried.
Okay. Hang on. Would increased carrying capacity help with throwing a person?
Sure.
Okay, then I'll use that as my bonus action, and then my action, I will attempt to grab Aldrich and throw him at the wall.
Okay, give me an athletics.
How did I know that was what was going to happen as soon as you said
So,
throw a person?
so Alvarush, we're gonna do this from your perspective. You're in this knockout, drag out, fight to the death with this hunter who, again, you're pretty sure that whatever ailment is fucking with him right now, once he sorts that out, this fight becomes very one-sided if it's just yourself. And the one immediate protector next to you gets yoinked, and you sort of follow in your periphery as you see him disappear from your left side, reappear on your right side, and go smashing through the wall.
Which wall?
The wall between here and the next room.
Oh, it'd be better if it was the back wall and you just got yeeted out the building.
Yeah, assuming that the place isn't so full that there's like rooms on
remind you,
all
this
corners.
was the last vacant room. So the stunned Aldrich lands on top of a pile of sleeping bodies. People heavily drunk and inebriated, many of them starting to bitch, moan, and groan, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Correct.
Ari! Oh, excuse me, the girls. They will go scurry to the back of the room because they are out of actions. Lilith is not sure whether or not she should be asking questions right now. So now, Ari.
Yeah. Pause for a moment, looking at the stranger and then the hunter, debating which one he should really be fighting at this point.
Just
pull
through
out the
heavily armored cleric with ease.
Yeah. Guess I would, a brush. We've got a bit more room, and he's gonna pull back and slide a dart into his hand and start flinging 3 quick stagger darts at the hunter, and then kind of switching eyes between the stranger and the hunter.
All right. You throw the dagger and then what?
I'm gonna use my. That's right. I can't do 2 bonuses. It takes me a bonus to throw again. I will. Before I throw, I need to. I will basically the dart slides into his hand and lights on fire.
Okay.
And then he'll throw it at the hunter.
So
but just kind of like keeping eye. Sorry, what?
So you're doing your blood right. Magic, right?
Crimson right, yes.
Right.
So I take 4 damage. Burning from the inside.
Alright, throw to hit, and you will know a sign of recognition from the hunter. It does not hit, but it does make him. Yeah, that's right. Advantage from fairy fire. Which, because you took damage, you need to do a concentration check on. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, I wasn't in my. Yep, that's a good point. I don't. Is it just?
It would be.
I don't know what the rules
DC
are on that.
10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
If it's just a save, then. I guess I rolled.
Yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
When you make a concentration check, it's like half the damage.
I have to think a 21 succeeds on 4 damage for the first hit.
You would hope, right?
And so my actual. Sorry, what?
Yeah, you would hope, right? God, concentration would suck. But your actual.
The dart to hit, it was a total of 20.
Total of 20 will hit. He actually will stagger back a half step.
Yeah, just kind of eyeing, going back and forth between this stranger that was in our room that just threw Aldrich out of the room and the hunter.
Okay. Initiative 0. Aldrich, as you draw your attention to Aldrich and through the hole. One of the guys gets up and starts screaming at you, yelling at you to get off of his wife, and throws you back through another wall.
Come on.
By the wall, they throw you through the door.
Okay.
Out into the hall. They rolled a 19 raw before adding their strength, so you're just yeeted all over the place.
Okay, so switching from melee to range. Got it.
This time, you are thrown enough that you've traveled through the door and into the other wall and take the whopping D6 worth of damage. For 3 bludgeoning damage.
Yay.
That brings us to Adaman, who will again toll the dead whenever I get up to his oh wait, I have a sheet literally right here on my face. There we go. for 9 damage if if the guy fails his save. He fails his save. This poor guy. He's supposed to be this super mega hunter, rolling single digits. Nice.
I never know what that's like. What?
um. Is he really our vampire? I don't remember claiming him. Ulrich, your turn. And it turns over.
Yeah.
I figured the dramatic pause would have been a nice touch.
And I'm stunned and I can see.
All right, he will pull out one of his vials and smash it at the floor by your feet, Abrash. A dexterity save.
Let's get ready for that one. 11.
You were close, but not close enough. That is a total of 6 radiant damage. That is his bonus action. He is then going to attempt to charge you now that the space has opened up. And by charge, I mean he's just like hard stepping into you. But he rolls an 8 on the attack die, bringing him only to a 13, which I think misses you.
AC 16.
Bringing us to your turn.
Alright,
I will note that at this point, particularly again, Ari, and now you, due to how close he got to, he is coughing and wheezing. Like there is an ailment to him, so it's fitting that the dice are fitting what's going on.
Okay.
If you would like to roll a nature check, you may. It would not cost you an action.
Sure.
Correction, a religion check, but still, it won't cost you an action.
Specifically, Alberash.
Alberash and yourself.
Okay.
Could I have done it because I also punched him in the face?
You are not getting this particular information at the moment due to
Gotcha.
not being immediately. Guys!
Yeah, I'm assuming it doesn't have anything to do with undead or fae.
Something that. Oh, wait, you have advantage if it's undead? By all means, roll. Hint, hint, cough, cough.
Yeah. Intelligence checks to recall information about such creatures.
Yep.
Is what it says. Okay.
Okay.
17.
There is a foulness to his presence that you've only recently felt while near Abarash.
Vampire?
You're fighting another vampire. You don't know that.
No.
But you are almost immediately aware, Ari, that this is probably a hunter that had befallen his prey. Oliver Scenario typing furiously.
I'm just making a note. Like if it seems like he's close to hitting, I'm trying to keep track and try to preempt it. I just don't always see the roll to try and jump on it fast.
Noted.
Or maybe that's a good way to do it.
He literally just rolled an 8 on the die, just on his last attack.
Oh, sorry. Then I must admit, what was I thinking? Higher than that. Well, I think you say you rolled a 5. Oh, okay. Then I'm off. Okay, so I guess 11 to 15 is probably then the range.
Okay. Duly noted. That brings us to Abarash. It is your turn. You do not know what Ari knows.
Yes. Have I recovered from being blinded?
Did you? Yeah.
I was blinded.
Yes, but you didn't have a full turn, so no.
No. Okay.
So at the end of your turn, you get lucid blindness.
Yes.
Okay. Ray cream? Nope. And bite.
I clicked a button.
The 16 hits.
Okay, cool.
Duly noted, stranger. You are on or to be noted. Say not duly noted. You're on deck. Get ready.
Whoops.
You'll get there.
Nope.
Um,
I got the shift key there.
7.
is that on the 9 for the Mac?
No, no.
No.
Okay,
I was trying to be nice.
I will say I
Let's see.
swore he said great shift key there, Mac. I'm like, wait, what? How?
No. He's just wrong.
17.
I need a Constitution saving throw.
And I need one from you, as you are drinking of your own kind, and befouled blood at that. All right, you managed to pass the gag test.
Don't drink nearly anything.
So you don't throw up in his face as you're drinking his blood.
Well, it's also so you don't get poisoned. A 16.
That's 8 plus 2. Yeah, that will succeed, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you rip back, you actually pull the mask and do in fact reveal a fetid and rotted jawline, and that your fresh bite mark is not too far from what looks to be an infected set of bite marks just beside it.
Filthy animal.
Replies in ancient language.
Arash will give him a rude hand gesture.
Does it seem like he comprehends what we're saying?
It seems like he does, but he does not seem to deem y'all worthy of responding in kind. Stranger.
Even though we are beating the shit out of him.
No, your dice are. And
Like,
his
almost
dice.
a brush right off the bat.
So he had his moment. Stranger.
Yeah, I've got terrible memory, so I just needed to check that I actually used a
You use a 10-min tincture.
yeah. So is the room big enough for a great sword?
I mean, you.
Or am I like to just hit everyone else on the way?
You did already throw me through a wall.
Yeah, there's a difference between throwing and like slashing though.
I mean, if you do the overhead slash, you'll be fine. Just don't roll a 1.
Easy. It's with advantage.
Because of fairy fire, yes.
Yeah. Whoosh.
Alright, you come crashing into this guy's clavicle with your sword. It is a mighty blow.
I think that's my turn.
Currently, yes.
Yep.
The girls continue cowering. Ari!
You'd be better off seeking redemption than jumping in here. Like a word. And if you flee, we don't have to pursue. If you stay, this will end badly on both sides. And he will start hurling darts with fury.
Oof.
And I don't know. I'd have to look because that's a whole mess in there of what all adds to it. Because there's a D4 for the dart, there's a D4 for the Crimson Right.
Well, it would double all your any die rolled on the attack.
Maybe that's what it's doing because it's saying 2 plus 2 plus 2. But I don't know why it would be adding fighting style damage onto that.
I don't.
It looks like I'm only rolling 2 dice, I believe.
Looks like yes. So you would not have the other plus 2.
Yeah.
So.
So 18 down to a 16.
So yeah.
And then I will use a bonus to well, 2 more. My fighting style. This feat of whatever it's called. Oh, my thrown, because I'm a master of thrown weapons. So 22 to hit and 25. So 14 each.
Both hit.
Oh, Brash, you good?
Seeing his face, you are confident that he perceives this as his redemption.
Yeah.
Bringing us to initiative 0, where you watch several of the brawlers begin to get up and start heading towards the man who got thrown on someone's wife.
Oh no.
Brings us to Adaman, who tolls the dead, which is succeeded this time, bringing us to Aldrix.
Okay, stand up. Moving away from
In which
that.
direction? Towards the hunter or out of the door?
Towards the hunter.
Alright.
What's out in the space where like I can still cast without disadvantage and all that?
So you stop just short of him, cast, and then keep running?
Yes. I'm gonna do a second level. Do I see that he's a vampire now?
His back would be to you, so no.
Okay.
Would he have heard some of what Ari said? Like, I never specifically said he wasn't called him out. I don't know if it gives me an
You just
inclination.
called for redemption.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? It's high damaging anyway. Second level guiding bolt.
He dares to cast magic in front of a bunch of commoners who don't know the difference.
Good point.
It's too late. You said you're doing it.
Yep. 20, 1 plus 6. 25.
25 hits.
That much radiant damage.
Alright. Another religious symbol triggers as part of his death throes. I need the entirety of the party, the little girls, and the brawlers who are coming to curb stomp Aldrix to roll saves.
What time?
I'm double checking the charms here. Charisma.
If I'm trying to stand between them.
Charisma saves?
Charisma.
Oh, I don't have advantage.
I do, and I crit.
Was the 20 was first?
Phew.
Poor stranger. So could we get Ari to go ahead and roll for Lilith, and Albarosh to go ahead and roll for Sarah? Okay, thanks.
Is it flat D20?
Just a flat d20, yeah. Shockingly, the brawlers actually passed. They rolled a 19 on the die.
18 for some.
Poor stranger.
Can I just
And
say I'm
Adam.
really glad?
And Adam.
I am really glad for my Rachel. To go over my save.
There is so as he goes to fall, a Seraphine and mark of justice hanging from his neck snaps and shatters. The pieces of which fly out and pierce each of you. Those of you who save, the body expels it. Those who do not are stunned. It is.
Are we actually able to see the symbol? Like, is it lighting up for
Yes.
a brief second before exploding? Okay.
So Stranger and Adaman, it sinks into them, dealing 1d6 radiant damage, stunning them, and it will continue doing 1d6 damage until they are able to pass the save. So 4 damage radiant, save.
At some point in theory, maybe we get a bit of time. I don't know if we can do medicine to try and help them or potentially pry it out, I guess. If we know that's the source. Or if they know that that's the source.
Mr. Bloodhunter, you are pretty sure that that is a hunter's dying right, from a different clan, but trying to cut in will do as much damage as letting the body expel it.
If the body does.
If the body does. If you would be so kind to roll more than a single digit, both of you.
The sad thing was, I was going to grab plus today.
Uh,
That could help with this.
That is 3 radiant damage.
We potentially need to deal with all the loggers.
Yeah.
They are marching towards the door, trying to find out what the fuck's going down. Alright, he expels his. Stranger! No!
Cat, don't make me heal you already.
5 radiant damage to Cat. To the stranger. So we're up to, what are the 8? 13 damage total so far?
I don't have enough memory to keep track of that.
I got you.
Yeah!
Roll up.
18 total damage so far.
I think it's sinking deeper.
It's tunneling to my soul. How much damage?
You've taken 18 so far. That was
What was this round?
That was 5.
Why does this always happen?
Oh no! 6 damage this time.
So about that, doing as much damage.
Again, you do have. He is correct. You do have an army of angry people at you.
True.
Yeah, I was trying yeah, apparently, one of our friends, I don't know, spent the night with the wrong person. We got a little bit too friendly. But, I think we're all good here. We're all resolved. Sorry about the wall.
Okay, so you
We can try to
persuasion.
patch it up.
I will pat him on the back to give him some guidance.
Stranger, need another save? You're so close. Only 1 damage. You're going in the wrong direction. 3 damage.
We know that something's going wrong. I guess we're probably distracted.
Yeah, you keep looking over.
Something's being said.
Adam immediately informed you that he was taking damage. He's over there trying to do what he can, but there's little means the mundane people have. You're not there yet. Stranger, there you go. You finally expel the shard, having taken a grand total. Let's do the math here. Ready, guys? 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6, not plus 35, dear God. Plus 5 plus 6 plus 1 plus 3 damage.
Could be worse. Ish.
It's a good thing you're not undead, right? Because it's radiant damage. I don't think your particular form of undead gives you radiant vulnerability, because if not, oh boy. Splat. Pretty sure it doesn't.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't. What?
I didn't. I'll tell you.
Like
to know.
I'm sure you would. He's a not so spooky, not so scary skeleton. But hey, you're out of combat. Shockingly, a 12 was persuasive enough because no, that checks out for where you're at.
Yeah.
Um, they like punch Aldrich on the shoulder because they think it was him. That you're describing. So you take a grand total of 3 bludgeoning damage, sir.
These brawlers have been more dangerous to me than anybody else today.
I mean, we've only had one real threat today. We just woke up.
Yeah.
Like we have not been awake for a minute yet.
You guys, some of you weren't even awake for a second.
So, shall we get our shit and get out of here?
I was gonna prop one of the beds up to like kind of cover the hole.
Yeah.
Albara.
They're not going to.
Yeah.
The hunter laying currently dead at your feet.
Yeah.
While you don't recognize them as an individual, one, you know that this individual has, now that you see their face, they have probably been a vampire far longer than you. At least 2 generations, at least.
Yeah.
And there is, as you sort of taste the blood, a sickly familiarity, almost familial ting to it.
Interesting.
There's this sort of chiding in the back of your head that this was of your bloodline, in a sense. Perhaps a hunter that your sire had humiliated in ages past.
Interesting.
Once we get it to where the loggers will stay out and the hole is semi-covered, Ari would definitely be interested to search this hunter.
I would
See
like
what marks I've got.
I would like to assist with that, and also if there's any holy water left, that could be useful for the cleric.
There are 2 vials left.
Does the party mind if I take these vials?
Go ahead.
Maybe not.
There's a very powerful spell I can cast if I have these vials.
The question is, would you cast it if I just asked you to when you didn't? You'd prefer not to.
Depends on the situation.
There's a decent chance you know the situation. Yeah. Ari's gonna distract himself with other things.
I will grab the holy water vial.
All right. Aside from the various religious iconography, which represents many of the dead gods, now short, missing of justice, most of which
Dead gods, meaning like gods of the dead, or like
the gods
lesser
that are
gods.
dead. Because I remind you,
Okay.
here the gods are dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure that these are objects that if you were of his particular hunting conclave or the like, you would be able to make use of, but you're not. So you won't. They're otherwise just religious trinkets. The 2 vials of holy water. Beyond that, I need an investigation check.
Once I get the holy water, I will assist.
Okay, before anything happens with them messing with the corpse, I'm leaving.
Just
In the
in
odd
case,
chance, it's
just in case it explodes again.
yeah, I'm going.
That makes sense.
Stagger past them.
That means advantage. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You do find a ledger written in a language you do not understand. the script and the styling, personal journal, perhaps. You
Get
find
translated.
you find what looks to be a coin purse filled with severely outdated monies. That would equate at the moment to about 4 gold. Assuming that they will take them because they are effectively old print. Check my notes here. As you rifle through and get past the whole series of vampire teeth marks, under the jerkin, as I'm assuming are being thorough. There are a series of tattoos that, at a glance, seem tribal, with a purpose. But it's as you kind of lean back, ready to give up on it, that it seems to form a map.
I'd get Aldrich since he's assisting to strip the person. We need to uncover these tattoos. This looks like it could be a map. I don't know if it could relate to the Hunter clan or the one who turned him, or something else equally valuable.
You do hear that line of thought, by the way, Arbrosh. It could lead to the one that turned him.
Intrigued, Abrash will go over and inspect.
Internally, that map will not lead to them. Y'all just had a little parley with such individual not too long ago. But they don't know that, right? They couldn't.
We all saw the conversation between the two of them.
Yes, in a language you don't understand.
Gotcha.
In fact, in a language Abarush doesn't understand, and is still trying to figure out what this guy just said.
So it's like when you speak German, but somebody's speaking old German.
Yeah, archaic Gaelic.
I guess if we can get a clear look at this, I would copy it.
I will see if I notice any, does it seem familiar to me at all, the area, or
that would be a survival.
Okay.
You're confident it's not any bit of land that you have explicitly traveled. But following this script, you do begin to see a sort of pattern. Mountain.
It looks to be like a mountain type thing, I see.
Also, I'll move y'all back to the world map. Actually, apparently never even moved y'all off the world map. Lol.
Yeah. It's gonna be someplace really cold, isn't it?
There are mountains to the south.
Yeah. But tops of mountains get cold. Well, that's not where this campaign has been going.
Wow.
It's been going to places that are colder.
But as you gather your things and try to scurry out, if you decide to, considering that possibly you've dealt with the threat that Avarosh had stumbled upon.
I mean, you're leaving anyway.
Yeah, if there's nothing
before they charge you for the wall.
Yeah. I'm just making sure we thoroughly search the hunter.
Maybe leave a little bit extra to pay for wall.
There is, in the boot, as you fully strip them down, a clatter of metal, what looks to be a wrapped scroll case. You are uncertain of how to open at the moment.
Figure that out later.
And that is where we fade to black.
Yay. We didn't die.
Yeah, I was a little bit curious.
It was close.
That first burst was
Oh my
rough.
god.
Yeah, if it kept on like that, like just having targets up helps.